ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Welcome to CET Sankalp physics classes. So in the last class we were doing with the numericals based on electric charges and fields. So today we are going to see with the continuation of that. Okay. So directly we'll start with the problem. If Ex andre E axial electric field at axial point, electric field at equatorial point represents the electric field at a point on the axial and equatorial line of dipole if the points are at a distance r from the center of the dipole for r is much greater than a. Okay, we have the two equations. One is for equatorial is given as minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught p vector p divided by r cube. That is for equatorial. And we have for axial it is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 p divided by r cube. Now using this relation I can write it as Eax is equal to, I am going to keep 2 as it is, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught p by r cube. Na can I write it as minus E equatorial one by 4 pi epsilon naught ಇದನ್ನ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ, right? I can write it as minus E equatorial. So E axial is equal to minus 2 times the E equatorial. Option C. Clear? Right. Next up. The angle between the dipole moment and electric field at any point on equatorial plane is. So as you know that the direction of electric field at any point on the equatorial line is opposite to the dipole moment. It is always opposite, right? Since it is opposite ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ the angle between the dipole and electric field ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು dipole ಅಂದ್ರೆ vector P and vector E ಇದೆರಡು ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ angle will be equal to 180 degrees since they both are moving in opposite direction move ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ. So option D is the right answer. So I think we are done with these two problems, right? Fine. So the next problem, the electric field at a point due to an electric dipole on an axis inclined at an angle theta to the dipole axis is perpendicular to the dipole axis if the angle theta is. Okay, we are going to consider an electric dipole. You are going to consider this vector P Okay, so along that you can say the axis is going to be inclined. An axis is going to be inclined with angle theta. Okay, you can say that this vector will be splitted into two components as p cos theta, right? The other one which will be perpendicular to this, it is p sin theta, p cos theta and p sin theta. As you can say that the line which passes at this particular point, we can take E axial, that is E radial ಅಂತ ತಗೊಬೋದು. So what is the formula for radial? You've seen right here, that's nothing but axial only. This is nothing but your axial only. Okay, in that axial condition you are going to take it as E is equal to 2, that is K 2P divided by R cube. Okay, so but it is moving along this direction andre P can be taken as, okay, so I'll be writing it as ER. So ER is equal to K 2 P cos theta divided by R cube. Now to the axis, to the dipole axis is perpendicular to the dipole axis. So I can say here there is a perpendicular distance, that is nothing but E perpendicular. So I can take E perpendicular is nothing but K. So it is moving in this direction. Here also it's moving in the direction. So it is same, right? Perpendicular distance. So KP sin theta divided by R cube. Okay. So now I want to define. So as you know that if this both are ER and EP, the angle here it is going to be formed. This is a resultant. So that resultant angle is nothing but phi. So I can now define tan phi, right? Correct? So tan phi is equal to E perpendicular divided by E radial. So if you substitute the values here, Kp sin theta divided by 2 Kp cos theta divided by R cube is divided by R cube. So R cube and R cube, Kp and Kp get cancelled. So tan phi is equal to half tan theta. Sin by cos is theta. Okay. They have told that here there is some perpendicular angle. Correct, perpendicular angle ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Can I take, can I write it as, here it is again, the overall it will be theta, right? Theta. So again I can write it as 5 plus theta is equal to 90 degree. So 5 is equal to 90 minus theta ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 90 minus theta ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ I'm going to just multiply here. So ಅವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಇದು tan theta is equal to 2 times the tan 5 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So 2 times tan 5 ಅಂದರೆ tan 90 minus theta. ಇದು ಯಾವುದು tan theta. So tan 90 minus 2 times the cot theta ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So 2 times the cot theta ಅಂದ್ರೆ, so tan theta is nothing but So cot theta can be written as 1 by tan theta, right? 1 by tan theta into tan theta. So again, tan theta here is equal to 2. So finally you can write tan theta is equal to root 2. So theta is equal to tan inverse of root 2. Tan inverse of root 2 andre, I'll repeat once again. As they've given the electric field at a point due to an electric dipole on an axis inclined. So you can take that this is the angle what I have taken. This is initially you can say this is the dipole, right? This is the dipole. On the dipole, one of the plane is been inclined with angle theta to the dipole axis, that is perpendicular to the dipole axis. Okay, so that is perpendicular to dipole axis. So based on that, what I've done, this component can be split into two. Along that only you have one electric field. Again they say for this one, the another one is perpendicular. So perpendicular under you can say equatorial. Idu axial agutte, idu equatorial agutte. So yavaga, when it is going to become perpendicular, if theta is tan inverse of root 2 ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ 5 ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿತೀವಿ. 5 is equal to opposite by adjacent by opposite by adjacent. According to that, it is E perpendicular to E radial. So values are substitute ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So tan 5 is equal to 1 by 2 tan theta. So tan theta is equal to 2 tan 5. But 5 plus theta is, according to the problem they given, 5 plus theta is equal to 90. So 5 is equal to 90 minus theta. So adna substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ tan of 90 minus theta is cot theta. So cot theta can be written as 1 by tan theta. So tan square theta is equal to 2. Tan theta is equal to root 2. So theta is equal to tan inverse of root 2. Clear? Right. So now the next problem. The next problem they given the direction of electric field at a point on an equatorial line of an electric dipole is perpendicular to the equatorial line and opposite to P. So the direction of electric intensity at the point on the equatorial line of electric dipole moment. Actually, question ಅಲ್ಲಿ the direction of electric intensity at a point on the equatorial line of an electric dipole moment is the direction of electric intensity at a point on the equatorial line of electric dipole moment is perpendicular to the equatorial line and opposite to vector P. So according to the conceptual. Right. Next, an electric dipole is placed at an angle of 30 degree with an electric field intensity. Okay, so they've given this is theta. So this is nothing but your E experience a torque. So tau they've given 4 Newton meter. The charge on the dipole, if the length, so L they've given. Okay, we have the formula. Tau is equal to PE sin theta. But instead of writing P, Can I write it as QL? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 2AQ ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯೋ ಬದಲು A ಇಂಟು ಕ್ಯೂ. A ಇಂಟು ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಂದರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ A ಬದಲು L ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಈ ಸೈನ್ ಥೀಟಾ. ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದೇನು, ಚಾರ್ಜ್ Q ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು, ಸೊ ಟೌ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು LE ಸೈನ್ ಥೀಟಾ. LE ಸೈನ್ ಥೀಟಾ. ಸೊ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ. So 4 divided by 2 into 10 to the power 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 ಎಷ್ಟು 2 into 10 to the power 5 sin 30 is half. 2 and 2 get cancelled, 1s are 2s are, so answer will be 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 coulomb ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Option B is the right answer. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್, ಬಟ್ ಅದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, an electric dipole constant of two opposite charges, each of magnitude is 1 microcoulomb, separated by a distance of 2 centimeter. The dipole is placed in an external field of 10 to the power 5 Newton per coulomb. The maximum torque on the dipole is. So you have the formula. So maximum torque andre sin 90, correct? So formula is tau is equal to PE. So what is your P? It is Q2A into E. So they given Q E ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2A ಇದು. This is nothing but 2A overall distance. Electric dipole. External field of, that is nothing but E. Simplify ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬಹುದು. So 1 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 into 10 into 10 to the power 5. So 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 Newton meter. So option C is the right answer. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Right. An electric dipole of dipole moment P is aligned parallel to the uniform electric field. The energy required to rotate the dipole by 90 degree. So you have the formula, potential energy ge U is equal to minus PE is common. So cos theta 2 minus cos theta 1. This is the formula. So you got theta 1 is 0. So theta 2 is equal to 90 degree. So values na substitute ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So U is equal to minus PE cos 90 minus cos 0. So cos 90 is 0. ಇದು 1 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So minus 1. So minus PE minus 1. That gives you U is equal to PE. So option B. Option B. Next, a dipole of dipole moment is placed in a non-uniform electric field. Uniform electric field where a non-uniform electric field. The force on the dipole will be so force on the dipole will be P only. So here you know that dipole of force alva non-uniform anta ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ. So as you know that here the thing is F is equal to, so F is equal to minus du by dx. Okay, so that is the relation, and U is equal to minus PE from the previous step in the minus PV. So here we are going to substitute here. So F is equal to minus d by dx of ಇದೇನಿದು ವೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಅವಾಗೇನು ಬರಿಬೋದು PE cos theta, but you can say theta is equal to 0. If theta is equal to 0, cos 0 is 1, so I can say P is constant ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಆಗೇನಾಯ್ತಿದು F is equal to P dE by dx, but dE by dx is 1 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So I can write F is equal to P out. So option D. I hope you are clear. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Okay, I hope you are clear with that. Right. So next problem. An infinite line, the infinite line charged produces and field of 18 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per Coulomb at a distance of 4 centimeter. What is the linear charge density? You have the formula E is equal to minus by lambda divided by 2 pi epsilon naught r. So I think you would have done this derivation. Okay, so based on that derivation you can write it as so I want lambda, right? So lambda is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught r into E. Okay, so 2 pi epsilon naught ಇನ್ನು ನಾನು ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಕು, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ 2 pi epsilon naught ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಬದಲು ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ER divided by 1 divided by 2 pi epsilon naught ಇಂಟು 2/2 ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೋದಾ? ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಬರೀತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ER divided by 2 into 1/4 pi epsilon naught ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ 9 into 10 to the power 9 ಅಂತ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೋದಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಅವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟು? 18 into 10 to the power 5 into 4 into 10 to the power minus 2 whole divided by 2 into 9 into 10 to the power 9. 1s are 2s are 2 and 2 get cancel. 5 ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ 4 ಉಳ್ಕೊಳುತ್ತೆ. So 4 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb per meter or 4 mu coulomb per meter. So option C is the right answer. Okay, I hope you are clear. Right. A spherical conducting shell of inner radius is R1 and outer radius is R2 as a charge Q. A charge minus Q is placed at the center of the shell. The surface charge density on the inner and outer surface of the shell will be. Okay, first diagram ನೋಡೋಣ. This is one shell. This is another shell. So this radius is R1 and this radius is R2. Okay, the charge minus Q is placed inside. Outside it is capital letter Q. So as you can say here, the minus Q is placed at the center of the shell. Therefore, it will induce a charge of plus Q on the inner surface and minus Q on the outer surface. Bandaga, you can say that sigma 1. So sigma 1 is equal to, so that is sigma 1 andreno, surface charge density on the inner surface will be given as Q divided by 4 pi epsilon 1 square. That is sigma 1. ಈಗ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಔಟರ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು? ಟೋಟಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ Q minus Q na. So finally you can write sigma 2 is equal to Q minus Q divided by 4 pi epsilon R2 square. So however, option C is the right answer. I hope you are clear. Next problem. If there is only one type of charge in the universe, then if there is only one type of the charge in the universe, so somehow it produces electric field, correct? If it produces electric field somehow, then you can say Gauss law is valid, right? So according to the Gauss law, you can say, so according to the Gauss law, you can say this the surface is 0 if the charge is outside, and that will be equal to 1 by epsilon naught if it is inside. So option B. So ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು, if there is only one type of charge in the universe ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ, so one type of charge ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ obviously you can say there is an electric field can be produced somehow, ಹೇಗೋ ಒಂದು, hence Gauss law is verified. So according to the Gauss law, 5d E ds is equal to 0 if charge is outside. If the charge is inside, it gives q by epsilon naught times the electric field ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Clear? Done. Next problem ನೋಡಿ. A uniformly charged conducting sphere of diameter 1.2 meter has a surface charge density of surface charge density is nothing but sigma ಇದು. This is nothing but sigma. So diameter capital letter D ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Find the total electric flux leaving the surface. So total electric flux leaving the surface ಮುಂಚೆ you have the formula, 5 is equal to q divided by epsilon naught. This is the total flux. But ಈಗ q ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಬೇಕು. So ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. q is equal to sigma 4 pi r square. This is the formula. 4 pi r square ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ r square ಅಂದರೆ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ಸು. ಸೊ ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ r is equal to d by 2. It is 1.2 by 2 is 0.6 meter. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ. ಸೊ 8.1 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 3.14 into 4 into 0.6 the whole square. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ. So I think you will get 36.6 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb. That is the Q value. Good. Okay. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಕ್ಯೂ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದಾಯ್ತು. ಈಗೇನು? ಸೊ 36.6 into 10 to the power minus 6 divided by 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12. ಸೊ minus 6 ಇಲ್ಲಿ minus 6 ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. So you can write it as 36.6 divided by, so ಅದು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ 4.13 into 10 to the power plus 6. So you'll be getting positive only. So option A. Clear ಆಯ್ತಾ? So a charge q is enclosed by a Gaussian spherical surface of radius r if the radius of the radius, one second, question on the answer. Radius, if the radius is doubled ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಫ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. If the radius is doubled, then the outward electric flux charge, that concept 5 is equal to, so q divided by epsilon. q ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಎನ್ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ ಬಂದು ಡಬಲ್ ಆದರೆ ಔಟ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್. ಸೊ ಏನು ಚೇಂಜಸ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ electric flux depends on the charge enclosed by the surface. It won't be dependent on any of the factors. It is only dependent according to the formula. You can write it as phi is proportional to q. That is nothing but charge mele. So option C is the right answer. So next problem, an electric charge of 8 point, an electric charge of an electric charge of 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 13 coulomb is placed at the center of the sphere of radius 1 meter, the flux throughout the sphere. So direct formula 5 is equal to Q divided by epsilon naught. So Q is 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 13 divided by 8 point epsilon naught value 8.85 10 to the power minus 12. So ಇದು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಮಾತ್ರ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ, -1 ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ 0.1. So 0.1 Newton per coulomb meter square. So option B is the right answer. Done. I hope you are able to hear. Understood, right? You're able to understand. So now I think you understood this problem, right? It's clear. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ? Next, what is the electric flux at this point through a face of cube? Through a face of cube. Okay, so according to the Gauss law, you can write 5 is equal to 1 by epsilon naught time, right? Correct. Right. So what is the flux ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So ಅವಾಗ ನಾನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, I can say that as the cube is symmetrical body with 6 faces and the point charge is at its center ಆದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ನನ್ಗೇನಾಯ್ತು flux, I can say that the flux, so flux is equal to 1 by 6 times that particular flux ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ನನಗೆ, so 5 is equal to 1 by 6 q by epsilon naught. So it is q by 6 epsilon naught. Option B. So as the cube is ಅದನ್ನ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನ ನಾಪ್ಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, as the cube is symmetrical body ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ it has 6 faces. 6 faces ಇರುತ್ತೆ and the point charge is at its center ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So the electric flux linked with each faces is ಇಷ್ಟ. Clear? Okay. A long, solid, non-conducting cylinder of radius r is charged that such that the volume charge density is proportional to r, whereas r is the distance from the axis. R is the distance from the axis. The electric field E at a distance r will depend on r as. Okay, so we'll consider first the cylinder. Okay, so cylinder number one, and we have one more cylinder. Okay, where this value is small letter r, and this one is capital letter R. So this is your total length L. Okay, you can say according to the formula, rho is nothing but volume charge density, that is directly proportional to R. Okay, so I can say Q is equal to rho into V. So what is your Q? I can write according to this, Q is equal to K into R. So it is KRV. Okay, so volume I can say it is KR into 2 pi R into dr. 2 pi R into dr into L. So according to the cylinder, 2 pi R. Okay, so now using the Gauss law, you can say it is E is equal to 2 pi RL. 2 pi RL is equal to, so the complete ಇದೇನಿದು, it's nothing but dq ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ ಇದನ್ನ. Okay, it is q divided by epsilon naught, right? Q divided by epsilon naught ಅಂದ್ರೆ I am going to take integration from 0 to r. So kr 2 pi r dr into L whole divided by ಯಾವುದು epsilon naught. ಆಗ ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, kr ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್, kr ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, 2 pi ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟು, ಇಂಟಿಗ್ರೇಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ L ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟು, 2 dr from 0 to r whole divided by epsilon naught. So E is equal to 2 pi RL. 2 pi L cancel. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೇನೆ ಇದನ್ನ, E R is equal to K by epsilon naught, ಇದು R cube by cube. So ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರು ಮತ್ತೆ 2 ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಗ I can write E is proportional to R square. So option B is the right answer. Okay, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಎರಡು ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ a long non-conducting cylinder of radius r is charged such that the volume charge density is proportional to r. So ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So volume charge density is proportional to r ಅಂದ್ರೆ rho proportional to small r distance. So proportionality remove ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ k ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ, but according to the formula ಪ್ರಕಾರ dq is equal to rho into v. ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯೂ, ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ತಗೊಂತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಡಿ ಕ್ಯೂ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ರೋ ವಿ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಬಟ್ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ 2 ಪೈ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟು ಡಿ ಆರ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಗಾಸ್ ಲಾ ಪ್ರಕಾರ, ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಗಾಸ್ ಲಾ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಇ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇ ಇಂಟು 2 ಪೈ ಆರ್ ಎಲ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಸ್. Q divided by epsilon naught. So ಅದನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಾಗ I can say is proportional to R square, right? So the next question, the charge, the electric field at a distance, the electric field at a distance is 3R by 2. The electric field at a distance 3R by 2 from the center of a charged conducting spherical shell of radius R is E. The electric field at a distance R by 2 from the center of the sphere is. So please remember, electric field inside the charged conductor is always 0. So any changes idrunu, it doesn't matter. So directly you can say that. So electric field inside the charged conductor is always equal to 0 according to the concept prakara. Right? Next, a ring of radius R carries a charge Q. A ring of radius R carries a charge Q uniformly distributed over its length. A charge Q is placed at its center, will experiences a force. Equal to. Will experience a force equal to. So electric field at the center of the circular charged sphere always, it is equal to 0. So the force will become, the force as you know that F is equal to Q into E. So the electric field inside it will be 0 andre 0 into charge will be 0. So F will be equal to 0. Clear? So now the electric field at a distance, R from infinitely long conducting sheet is proportional to. So according to the Gauss law, you can say E is, according to the Gauss law, you can say capital letter E is independent. Capital letter P is independent of R. So if it is independent of R antandre, so it is R to the power 0. Independent andre yav melu depend agiralla. So R not andre R to the power 0 andre 1 alva. That's it. So the next problem, that's the last problem. A hollow metal, right? A hollow metal sphere of radius R is uniformly charged. The electric field due to the sphere at a distance R from the center is. So first case you have to remember, in a uniformly charged hollow conducting sphere only, if R is less than capital letter R, the distance is less than the radius, then the electric field will be 0. Okay, next condition, if R is greater than capital letter R, avaga electric field ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, it has 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R square into vector R cap. This is the logic. As you can say from this, you can say E is decreases. ಇದು more ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Small letter R is greater than R ಅಂದ್ರೆ R square ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದಷ್ಟು electric field ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ decrease ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, you can say 0 as R increases for R less than the electric field will be 0. So electric field decreases as R increases. Option C is the right answer. So I hope you are clear with this. So this completes the chapter electric field, electric charges and fields. So this completes the chapter electric charges and fields. So please make sure that we are continuously are working. Okay. So thank you all. Have a great day. So in the next class, we will start up with the new chapter. Thank you all. Have a great day.